We're spending the very last part of Critical Moment with Kun Rolf. Kun Rolf is going to advise to us both expat and the Thai to work together. Kun Rolf ka, let's start with expat. How would you advise the expat having to live in Thailand or AEC?
Well, first of all, I've done a lot of mistakes myself, and I ask all those who were at the other end to forgive me for these mistakes. But over the years, of course, I've tried to read about Thai mentality. And there's one little study made by the Defense Department of America, of the United States,
Yes.
on Thai mentality during the Second World War by Ruth Benedict, which gives a very good description.
That's 1945.
Yeah, it's around there.
And can be used now?
It can be used. Of course, a lot of things are fluid now and moving, but it gives a very good idea on structure of Thai society, how children are being raised, and so on and so forth. It's very, very good, and I advise foreigners.
What basically did it say?
Well, it's like the Thai society is not black and white. It's like a cluster of different things. It's like a mosaic. So you need to study each of the little parts of the mosaic and then put it together to understand. It's not, in Germany everything is black and white.
Yes.
In Europe mostly things are black and white. You're either on that side or on the other. You are engaged, you become attached.
Yes.
The ideal of a Thai gentleman is to be detached. The more you are detached, the more you are a gentleman. You don't take sides. You always watch, and you start betting if there is a fight, but then you go home and say, it was a great fight. But you don't get attached.
And that is coincide with our religious belief,
Yes,
which is to detach oneself if things
Yes.
doesn't work out.
that's right.
Does that give you comfort, having to live in Thailand and change yourself from a very attached person to detach when things call?
It's a very difficult process, but I've worked on it. And I'm still working on it,
You're still
trying
working
to
on it.
become more detached. So when we went around Mount Krai Rat, I told everybody and say, let's do one thing. Let's try to reduce our ego during this trip. Whatever ego is, to you, to you, to you, let's try to reduce it. So, Lord Buddha's message is actually reduce the ego,
That's right.
detach yourself.
But the entire society is about boosting the ego, about gaining the phases. It must be difficult to do the counteraction.
Well, I think every society has these blends of people who are seeking faith and seeking ego. But I think the basic structure of Thai thinking is actually be detached. And I suggest that foreigners swallow their immediate reaction and wait a little. And the longer they wait, the better it is. The better it will be for the relationship with their Thai friends, employees.
So what you're advising to the expat is that what you see may or may not be what is actually portrayed. You will have to wait and see. Be patient.
Yes, I think this is one of the society where you look at the picture, a photo, and there's another photo underneath. And then there's another photo underneath, and there's no end. So this is a society where there are many truths, not just one truth. And we in the West, we always think there's only one truth. But not here.
And which one makes you happier? as a Western person living in Thailand?
Well, I certainly prefer to live here, I must say that, without being judgmental. I don't want to say that Germany is bad. No, but life here is much better. Food is better. And I love the Thai humor. It's incredible. The Thai humor is unbelievable.
It took a lot of years to understand the Thai humor, isn't it?
Well, it comes with learning the language, and it's very important to learn the language.
Learning the language in
yeah.
order to learn the humor, in order to understand the culture.
Right, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. But if and I'm just writing a little bit about my life, I don't know whether I will ever succeed. But so the great memories I have when I play golf on Sunday morning or Saturday morning, there's always Suat Mon in a temple close by. There's always lots of banter and laughing.
Yes.
Yes. And I told my grandchildren, you see, if I ever die, please cremate me and put the ashes into the klong. And the klong water goes to water the garden, and then the trees grow, and then I will look through the trees onto you and see, I hope that you will be good guys in future.
Oh, you're so high spirit. But you know what? There'll be so many more years ahead before that day come, because you are very healthy right now.
Who knows?
Very active.
Life can change from one day to another. We all don't know.
You're right, you're right. And I talk to many people, and they are learning to live their life pretending that this might be the last day.
Yes, not a bad idea.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
What is your rationale for that?
Well, I think it's again detachment. I think I shouldn't put too much weight on myself. And of course, there are certain plays, games that one has to follow. As a boss in Thailand, you have to do certain things. But I suggest don't put too much weight on it. Know it, use it, but don't overuse it.
Yes. Well, you apparently work with your subordinate in a close way. Sometimes there are conflicts going on. I know that because you're an artist, you see, and your subordinates, your artists working for you are also artists. Artists have ego. Now, you probably are detaching from your ego, but I don't think these young generation artists are learning to detach their ego. How do you deal with them when they express some kind of negativeness with your advice?
Well, I must say, the people I work with, they know me. They know me for a long time. So I don't have to speak too much. They understand what I want. And I try to praise them whenever I can, to give them self-confidence. That they are doing a good job, and they are doing a fantastic job.
Of course,
But
look at around you, around us.
Yeah, but there is always, of course, there are moments of not conflict, but where we are kind of rubbing each other. And we have to get through that, because there is no good result without little conflicts.
Yes.
Problem solving is basically conflict solving.
Yes, but conflicts leads to good solutions.
It can, yes, it can.
And the solutions that you have accomplished so far over 30 years have said a lot about how you manage your people as well as your creativity. It takes a lot from a man and his family to run through. What's going to happen to Lotus Art de Vivre 30 years from now? 30 years you build, 30 years your children take over.
I think we will not be significantly bigger, but we will maybe produce more expensive items. or we will move into fields that become less and less attractive for the West to produce. We move into fields where it becomes clearer, more obvious that these are handmade items. Well, those big brands that you have today, they're actually not working by hand anymore. This is all industrial production. And we watching these brands very carefully, and we're trying to do exactly the opposite of what they are doing.
Yes, it's going against the mainstream, and that is very difficult because it's going to be very costly.
It is, yes.
Do you think there will be market for that? Do you think people 30 years from now will appreciate those tidies, take so much time pieces?
I think they will. I think there is a growing market, and it's very obvious, of customers who would like to order their own thing. They don't want to have the same like the neighbor. And a very big Japanese customer told me once, a lady, and said, look, my husband, and he's one of these big guys in Japan, say, my husband's secretary has already a Hermes handbag for $20,000. What should I wear? That was the question she asked me.
Wow, wow, wow. So all those branded goods may be worthless to the eyes of certain people.
Well, not worthless, but there is always a trend to be individual.
Yes.
You don't want to be like
Yes.
others.
Yes.
And I think when people become wealthy and independent, they strive for more individuality.
Yes.
And then we are here to help.
And being uniqueness is one cup of tea for you at Lotus Art de Vivre. Thank you so much for spending time with me in Critical Moment, Kun Rolf.
I thank you.
See, we've learned so much from this man. Critical moment is happening every day. The way that you can conquer is perhaps detaching. See you next time.